Yeah, first of all, our hearts are heavy. We obviously have players on our team from Mayfield and Marshall. Marshall's where I'm from, close to my heart. So we've had a tough week emotionally, to say the least. Just prayers and, just unbelievable, the devastation that has taken place in our area. And just, we just continue to pray that God can comfort, these individuals as only He can. I think sometimes in these situations you forget how far stretched it is. I know emergency room workers, radiologists, first responders have had to see things that nobody ever wants to see. And it is one of those things that you can't control, but it is one of those things that weighs heavy. So just want everybody to know that as a team and as a staff, we really feel for them and have a lot of good friends that we're holding close to our hearts. But to get back on the floor, 10 days, I think, since we played with finals and then, the moving of the game because of the power issues and those type of things, it was great to be back. I thought early we executed well, we played well, made shots, and did a lot of good things. Didn't want to put ourselves in a position with a big lead. You never want to have injuries. So, we never really did get in the flow of things after about midway through the third quarter when I was, the minutes were not going to be heavy on these kids. We've got a game Saturday. We also have a trip coming up and conference play. So one thing I did, I'll share it with you. I'm pretty transparent. I was pretty upset in the locker room after the game because the standard's the standard no matter who's in the game. And I felt like late, the players that were in the game weren't focused. We didn't execute. We didn't do the things that we know to do. And I will always hold every player on our team to the same standard.
After what happened down at Sanford, how good was it to see those balls going in for y'all tonight?
It was nice. Nice to see us defensive rebound again, execute. It just goes to show the depth of this team because, Macy didn't have a good shooting night. That doesn't happen very often. It happened at Sanford as well, but we were able to overcome that. Hannah and Caitlin make a pretty good combo and are able to get a lot of things done. But nice to see Lex make shots tonight. So when we get clicking on all cylinders, we can score the basketball. We've got to fix a few things defensively, but as long as we continue to rebound the basketball the way we're rebounding it, we'll give ourselves a chance each night.
I know Bria came back at Sanford, but there's no place like home, is there? How good was it to see her run around this floor tonight?
Oh, it was great. And I thought she did really well. Just getting acclimated conditioning-wise, get acclimated to the things that we're trying to do. She's going to be a big boost for us. I mean, she's just going to add depth. She brings something to the table that none of our other guards have. So the more comfortable she gets, I think the more that you'll see her really help our offense go to another level.
The other thing I have, first half, I think 13 assists, I think it was. Like you said, y'all were clicking in the first half.
We were, and I bragged on them at halftime for that. Just so unselfish. I think that's one thing about this team. Sometimes I have to get on to them for being a little bit too unselfish. We try to make maybe an extra pass that we don't need to make. But having 13 assists in the first half just goes to show you what we're about. We truly are we over me. And these kids, I've said all along, these kids don't care who gets the credit as long as we win, and that's what makes them special.
Coach, I want to touch on injuries. With Bria back now, it seems like most of the team is back, minus a few players here and there. You're getting kind of a sense of what the rotation is going to be like going into conference. How are you feeling about that right now?
Well, I felt like tonight was really the first night that we had everybody full go, not necessarily major limited minutes on some players. So we have 2 games. I call them dress rehearsals. Everything before conference is a dress rehearsal. So we'll continue to work through those rotations in practice. We'll continue to work on those rotations throughout the last 2 non-conference games. And I think we may even still be working on those rotations at the beginning of conference play. But I feel really good about our depth. I feel good about our chemistry, and I don't expect there to be any issues. I just think Bria can take us to the next level when she starts playing her best basketball.
And I asked Bria that. I said, with her being gone, it felt like there were some times where it was like you could really use her in this situation. But do you think we could see any major changes before conference play, even going into conference play and rotations, or do you think right now is pretty pat or down pat to how you're going to have it coming over these next few weeks?
Well, that's a great question, but usually we do things by game. Scout may mean that we need to go a bigger lineup, we need to go a faster lineup, those type of things. We usually do everything by scout. And so I think we get really stuck on who starts. I don't think that matters. I know that's big time because your name gets called and you get to run through the line, but that's about all that means. But we have kids that are bought into what we're doing. Casey Connor's a perfect example. Asked her to start games when Lex was out. She took on that challenge. She continued to start games as we were getting Lex back into shape. But as soon as Lex was back, I mean, I'll just tell you, Casey may be the most selfless player, one of the most selfless players I've ever coached. She's like, Coach, we're better with Lex in the lineup and me coming off the bench. Not very many kids will do that, and she'll probably kill me for telling that. But that's what this team is about. And we're going to continue to be that way. And as long as kids go in and produce when they get their opportunity, and that's what matters to them, I think we'll be successful.